Hello, how's it going? It's been a while. Oh my god, it's been too long. Too long. Um, you can see it, my setup's changed just a little bit again. Actually, right behind me is a giant glowing light because I like to look like there's a halo around my face. Hmm. Uh, there it is. Yeah. Also, I have my EverQuest Next poster. I finally went and actually got that framed. It cost like $500 friggin' dollars, but I think it was worth it. Oh my god. It's been too long. I hear myself. Too long. You can see it. This is a recurring problem with Twitch to where it just automatically starts playing the video. Okay. Cool. Today, we're going to be updating Hack/Mine. We're also going to be updating or looking at Nebulous Racks because it's just been a while, and I thought I might go ahead and make a video so people could see that before I make an actual video because it's just been a really long time. So things I've been working on in Nebulous Racks include shadow maps. So voxels actually project shadows onto other voxels now. I'm still working on it, not complete, but it's promising. It looks promising. So if I just pull her up here, here is Nebulous Racks. Oh my god, you can see voxels, lots and lots of voxels. So currently there's a light situated on the camera, and so you can't really make the shadows out exactly except for buggy artifacts. But if I press L, it actually places the light, and those are the bugs I'm kinking out. Don't worry. Look, there's going to be beautiful shadows. In the meantime, though, there are some working shadows like that. It's just when it gets too far of a distance away, there's some precision issue or something that prevents the shadow from actually rendering correctly. So yeah, shadows are a thing. If I press L again, yeah. I ought to be able to cast shadows down somewhat if I put it over one of these guys. It doesn't always work, and I'm still figuring that out. If I get close, yeah, there it is. Yeah, so lots of shadows everywhere. I think it's going to do a lot for the game in terms of, like, you know, if you pick up like a giant rock and you hurl it, you would like for that rock to have a shadow casting out like over everything. And that's a pretty valid use case for this. There's only going to be one light, really, as far as I know, which is going to be the sun. This is already kind of expensive. I need to test this on other hardware. Totally not optimized at all. But I basically, I wouldn't say I have to render everything twice. But I do have to process everything that is pushed to the graphics card a good bit to do this. But not a lot. It's complicated. It's complicated. Yeah. I've worked on another system too, or two other things besides shadow maps. The first other thing that I've been working on is an experimental marching cubes geometry shader for Nebulous Racks, so you actually get like smoother terrain. Smoother but still stylized. That's what I want. I don't want it to look perfect. If you try to make it look perfect, it's just gonna suck, right? I mean, I'm only one person. I mean, I'm sure I could try. I might even get something good, but it would be like all of my time and effort, right? So if I can just make something with a large portion of my time and effort rather than all of it that looks stylish and good, I will be content. So let us just switch the code around ever so slightly to use that beautiful marching cubes algorithm I was just telling you about. Marching cubes, and let's do it this way. I'm commenting out portions of code that are ever so important. La la la, don't need all that code. Oh god, my screen's turning yellow because I use Flux. Flux causes your monitor to actually, there we go, turn to like a sunrise color every day. So like it actually causes your mind to think it's like night. Yeah, so we're not putting that on for the stream, my god. And light pause, this better work. I take it back. We can't show you the marching cubes yet because I haven't written shadows for the marching cubes, but it's totally there, and I feel awful for getting your hopes up. Look, it's not there. It's not in the... It's just, you can't look at it. Crap, I just realized. Yeah, the part of the reason I commented this out to begin with. Yay! More updating. Part of the reason Here, let's pull comments onto the screen. Hello, comments. Hello, chat. How's it going? So yeah, marching cubes, not exactly a thing. Yeah. Oh shucks, you. That's so flattering. Yeah, marching cubes, not exactly a thing at the moment, but it looks pretty nice. Basically, all the terrain looks relatively triangularized and relatively smooth. It looks like everything is somewhat chunky, but I kind of like it. So don't misinterpret that statement. Yeah, so that's definitely a work in progress. I tried using smoothing so that like different terrain tiles that are next to each other would actually blend between those textures. And I got it working pretty nicely, but I'm thinking it might be better to actually just have hard lines where the terrain cuts off, because it's, again, just more stylish. So I just have to experiment with that. There was another thing I was going to show you, and this I definitely can show you, for crying out loud. And that is, basically I'm testing out a GUI system, homemade GUI system using OpenGL. And this is the test project that I was using to demonstrate it. So I was playing Master of Orion recently, and my inspiration was making like a really cheap Master of Orion clone. There's no logic or anything. This is just drawing stars on the screen with names. No game logic or anything, but it has buttons, and the buttons highlight as I mouse over them. You can see that, and I can click them, and stuff happens. In fact, it spits out to the console when I click that button. Yeah, I see where it... you see where it says design over there. So every time I click, clicky, yeah, stuff's happening. Oh my god, buttons that do things. Can you believe it? I have an options window, like totally coded all this. Just having a window that can drag around on top of this other stuff. This is a button, this is a drop down. I can select any of these: argon, boron, carbon. We also have a text field. Yeah, and that gets committed. You can see all this debug output happening. But the point is, I have basic GUI controls, and I can actually get these into nebulous racks pretty quickly and/or easily. I just haven't yet because I don't have a real use case for it. I could go ahead and implement key bindings. Like I have a whole key binding system it could work with, but I know, right? Buttons. It's the greatest thing ever. It's like a user interface or something. My god. Yeah, it's just totally like on par with like a voxel engine, right? Just completely amazing. Now, normally when you're developing, like you're making an application, buttons come in libraries that other people have already created. And so I'm working at a really low level. Like this is all made from scratch. I don't know how to express that very well. But the point is, I can have buttons using OpenGL and Java, and I don't have to do anything crazy. I don't have to like, there's not really any libraries that looked great that I found. There's stuff that comes packaged with other large libraries like JMonkey. JMonkey has a GUI system, and I was like, I'll just code it myself. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Everything works great. I don't have to worry about weird bugs or glitches with the UI, because I can just take care of it myself. It's great. Yeah, so that's that. So what now? What now? I showed you some stuff on nebulous racks. I showed you basically my prototype GUI project. That's been a lot of my work. I also spent a weekend or two working on that marching cubes algorithm, and I'm sad that I can't show it to you. I mean, I guess if I'm going to be coding all stream, I could code so I could make it so we can see it, but it would just take a little effort on stream. Otherwise, we'll be working on hack/mine. Yes. So what I'm going to do is close this out. I'm going to open Eclipse again and open up hack/mine. That's what I expect. Let's go to MCP and let's get some music going. Because what is coding without music? It's just coding, right? answered my own question. Let's see. Llama. We got Chrono Trigger on. Why not? More Chrono Trigger. Alright. Let's close this out. Eclipse is open. Thank the Lord. I want to check volume. I think it's good. Let me know if the... yeah, it is very sad. Marching cubes are quite sad. It's a sad algorithm, really. But what are you going to do? But let me know if the volume of the music is too loud. I probably ought to go ahead and cut it down a little bit. Ever so slightly. Yeah, that's pretty good. I was streaming on YouTube earlier. I was streaming on YouTube earlier, and it actually, I got content ID matched for YouTube provided music. Like YouTube matched content against its own music provided for free use in its videos. And at that point I was like, look, YouTube is too ridiculous to try and use for anything real. Because you just can't play music. Like, you can't play any music at all because it's just going to content ID match against something. So, using Twitch. We're on Twitch now, baby. While YouTube might be better in some respects, the music thing is just a huge deal breaker. It's really tragic. It's very tragic indeed. Let's take a look. Where were we when we last left off? Okay. Part of this process is going to be looking at bugs. Looking at bugs that basically I was ignoring and like taught myself to ignore so I could work on other things. And now I have to go deal with them, and I have to get in the mindset of dealing with them rather than glazing over them. And that sounds minor, but it's actually hard to like get yourself in a mentality, you know. It can be. Look, don't judge me. Alright, packets are the errors in here, so it could be time to move on to oh god, GUI stuff, NPC GUI stuff. Get dialogue text off the villager for the player. Interesting. We don't have that? We're missing some stuff on the NPC. And this is just totally borked. Totally garbage. I've been dealing... Just a random thing. I've been dealing with sleep issues lately. Like, for maybe the past couple of months, I've had difficulty sleeping and I've had some leg pain from my lower back, actually. And basically, the issue is I have, like, a vertebrae that's, like, scooting in and pinching a nerve. And so that's been, like, totally destroying my sleep, right? And so it's finally getting better and I feel great now. Yeah, but hopefully I can do more things with more of my time feeling better. Feeling good is great. It's always great to feel good. And so this is all stuff in the area system. Again, this is all packet related stuff. I want to wait to do anything with packets. The issue though is I think Minecraft like currently requires having like a server that's separate from your client. And so you just have to make network stuff. Yeah, so I think I just have to blaze through all this stuff and get it done. So the first obvious thing that comes to mind is this, get dialogue text. Oh, in other news, another thing that happened since the last video is the laptop that I coded /mine on is actually dead now. It was a MacBook. I paid like $2.5 grand for it, and like after like 3 years of use, it won't even boot. It's a hardware issue that Apple knows and recognized, and they just refused to fix it. And so I was expecting that to last like 6 or 8 years for that much money, and they got 3 out of it. And so I'm kind of pissed at Apple, and I don't know if I'm going to buy another MacBook or anything from them again. But at the same time, I have my entire like MacBook backed up to a physical storage drive, and I might want to just, if I got a MacBook, I could easily recover it. It's just, do I want to pay that much money? No. I don't think a sane person would want to pay that much money if it was just going to break. I no longer have confidence in Apple, which is really sad. Of all people. Yes, moment of silence, little prayer. Maybe a little cursing under your breath, you know. Alright, so let's go to Villaher, which is in another directory. Now, we actually have a lot of unresolved issues here as well, but let's not focus on that. Here we go. Entity Villager. Oh, that's so much better than I was thinking of doing. We were looking at... See, dialogue, get dialogue text is what we're looking for. And that just doesn't even exist. Wow. So let's go back to Villager. Apparently I missed it with Sublime. Okay. There we go. This is all, I guess I left it out intentionally for now. Oopsie. Not sure if there was a great reason I did that. I think I was just formatting this thing because it was all janked up from Mojang's new code relative to what I have. So display GUI, and apparently we're not implementing part of an interface. Here, let's add that. That's nothing. Let's go ahead and add this stuff back, perhaps. Sublime. Let's just grab all this. Yeah, this ought to be about everything. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Let's nuke all that. Didn't declare a number of variables. Or we did, but we have to pound include stuff. Okay. I will take that, and I will take one of those. And I'll take one of these. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Is child. There we go. You see the stream. Oh god, oh god, oh god, help us. God, it's horrible. It's awful what's happened. Sigh. Hold on. I definitely like using the this keyword in Java. Helps a lot. Especially when syntax highlighting is not reliable or consistent. Let's see. That's a lot of pound includes. Vendor. That's what I would have called it. Yeah, cool. Cool. Alright. Cool. Why don't we have generate initial stats given level? Go in here. We were an ageable and we were a vendor. Generate initial stats given level. Well, interesting. Where was this? Is it not near all of my code? I don't know why it's up here. Makes it hard to freaking look at. Alright. Is client. Ah yes. Inventory basic. I'll have to find the correct name for that. And I don't know why that's not included already. Okay, so little issues remaining. Inventory basic. That's still a thing, apparently. Uh-oh, we've made our way into the Chrono Trigger sound bites. Oh god. Nope, we're good. We still have music left to play. Minimize, darn you. So what doesn't it like? It's undefined. It wants a string and a boolean and an int. Why do you want a boolean, sir? Alright, what do you do, boolean? What is your name? Is inventory name localized? I don't know if we necessarily want to call that true or not. Animal chest, animal chest. By default passes in false, so that's what we're going to pass in. We are not localized. Okay. Display GUI merchant. So this is the only issue we have left, which is the display code. Yeah, it's still there. Neato. Why don't you like me? This is an iMerchant. No, it's not. We are an iVendor. Oh my god. Hold the phones. I'm always surprised. It's fine. Give me a break. We are not a merchant, we are a vendor. It's a very clear distinction. Two totally different things, in fact. Who are you, Boolean? Who? From whence did you came? From whence did you come from? Came from. Come from. That could be misinterpreted as well. Let's go into wherever the heck I just was here. So we need to go to where the rest of those functions are defined. We're just going to tack on our function call. Hold on, this can't be. I guess it was part of the existing code base. Vendor. iVendor. Vendor. Vendor. And actually, I think I might want to tack this in the very bottom. Because that's normally where I throw all my extra stuff. If I didn't already toss it up here, this stuff's all broken. I did toss a lot of stuff up here. So much, in fact, that I probably ought to put my new thing here as well. Hack mine end. Yeah, okay. I made it pretty explicit this time. Yeah, that's my new stuff, too. Cool beans. Cool beans. Let's go. So now we have display GUI vendor. And now we can display a GUI vendor by giving it that. Oh, isn't that great? The file is compiling. Wow. Alright. This file has been non-compiling for 2 or 3 videos. This is huge progress. I don't know what now. I don't know. We want to ignore Ghost Knight because that's just a bunch of garbage. In fact, I might delete it. If I can't. Yeah, oh god. Hold on. Yeah, unfortunately your hot beans are no good here. Rather unfortunate. I don't accept hot beans. All beans must be eaten cold. Cool, in fact, not cold. Just slightly chilly. Some more packet stuff there. We needed to substantially refactor the existing container code so we can understand it, and I believe I was partway through that. And I remember feeling absolutely hopeless when I looked at this. It's getting better, but I still feel somewhat hopeless, but we'll hammer through this. I think we just have to take it a step at a time. Like, I think that's all we can do. In slot index. This dot function call. This dot function call and var dot function call. Slot. Oh, let's call this slot index. Field whatever equals whatever the slot is. X dot display position, Y dot display position. I think it's a contain mouse test. Yes. Does slot contain point? I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking at here. Pretty darn sure. Funk 1-4 whatever. Does rect contain point? This is going to be rect x. We're getting awfully rectal here. Rect y. Rect width. And rect height. And of course test x. I think renaming it would have been faster. I was hoping it wouldn't be. Maybe now it'll be faster. Would have been better before. This dot GUI x for var7 and var8. We don't use those variables anywhere else, so why don't we just do this, compiler? If that's your real name. Alright. If slot is not equal to null, something equals the slot number. I think we all have way too many for that rectal comment. I think you'll find that that is the case. Window click. I'm presuming this is like mouse X and mouse Y. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. F3. Do 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 do. And I hate having surrounding parentheses. Curse them all. Alright, I think we're done being rectal for the time being. We can go back to just being regular anal for now. And anal we must be, because this is kind of meticulous. Mouse moved or up. So presumably two of these are going to be location. And one of them is going to be mouse state. There's renaming parameters here if it's not obvious what I'm doing. So I can actually understand the code that I'm looking at. That's mouse state, I'm pretty sure. Ugh. Slot equals that. If slot equals null and slot can take stack and has whatever and it's compatible, then we do stuff with it. I believe this is our, let's call it target stack, for lack of a better term. var11 is an iterator of slots, so let's just call it that. Iterator of slots. Let's nuke all this. Do we ever call remove on var11? Let's do it this way. Yeah, I don't know why the compiler did this. This kind of sucks. Oh, I see. That's why I did it. But we need the iterator too? Oh. Well, screw me. Alright. I see how it is. Man, this code is complicated. Let's keep renaming stuff at the top. If I make this final, will it compile? Yes. so why don't we just say this.GUI-X and this.GUI-Y? I mean, that would be common sense. That's pretty bizarre. I guess they might have been experimenting with these variables early on, but no need for that now. Let's make this possible to understand. That is an X, that is an X. Ah, much better. And I really don't like the way these parameters are set up. I think this is really poor. Having like null values for the slot number. Really, you should just take the slot number and nothing else and then reference by that so you don't have this confusion. Mouse slots. This is going to be mouse slot number. Var 7 is if X is outside the bounds or Y is outside the bounds. Is mouse outside GUI. Da-da-da. Okay. Slotterator. The slot iterator. The slot iterator. It's an iterator of slots. Let's see, mouse slot. Don't need that anymore. This becomes for slot, and this dot container dot inventory slots. It's like magic. Slot point X, Y. This is get slot at point. It really does have a lot of slots, and they're awfully visible, might I add. They're very exposed. Nuking unnecessary parentheses. It's 100 because that's just an arbitrary mouse offset. Let's make that better. Just refactor. So we get the item stack that is currently held. Dirty program. Dirty program. So dirty. Part up next. So this dot slots. So var 4 is this new item stack. You make a copy of it, and then something magical happens. What is var? Slot iterator. Let's call it slot it. The slotterator. This is so dumb. Why is the compiler so stupid? For slot n or the slot the decompiler. Why is the decompiler so stupid? That's my question. Some very happy music. Slot equals this dot slots I could do, so and this dot slots. And all of a sudden we can read this code. It's amazing how some things work. Don't need you for R3. Oof. I believe we're trying to fit everything into one of these slots. For slot and slot, new item stack equals currently held stack dot copy. We don't use it outside of this function, so let's not declare it outside of this function. Same with var5. It's a boolean. Have to figure out what that means. This dot currently held stack size equals that. We minus equal the new stack size less the old stack size. var5. Weird. This is strange. This is just a slot stack size. So new item stack is a copy of the currently held item stack. I don't know what we do with it, if anything. We take the currently held item stack. Is it creative test? Maybe that's what this is. This could be for creative mode. Let's figure out what this function does. par2 item stack dot stack size plus equals par3 offset. So we add something additional with that. We floor it to stack size divided by set size gives us our stacks per slot. Oh my god. And so we divide it. This is just a mode. I believe we want this to be a slot. Dun, 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 dun. So this determines the number of it tries to split the current stack among every slot. Slot to get stack size. And this is like some kind of overflow, I think. Item not stack size. That's what it starts out as. We minus equal the new item stack size minus what its previous stack size was. This is the new stack size. The previous stack size. Interesting. Overflow stack count is what we'll call it. Now, do we do anything else with this? Crazy. It's very odd. Do we do anything else with this variable? Yes, we do. Crap. Do a lot of stuff with that boolean. Holy crap. Let's just refactor all this stuff religiously. Don't even care none. Don't want to look at this code in an ugly state. Let's make it less ugly. Do, 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 do. Okay. We're making some progress. This is the same function. This is the same parameter. This is the same parameter. So key typed, that's key car, and this is key code. It's 1. Slot is not equal to null. If keybinds hotbar was the key code, consume input prematurely. Part 2. 0 to 9. Keybinds hotbar. Let's just call it this and we can rename it later. Key code. Oh man. So on key typed, we try to consume the actual input. I think it's just consume input, not even premature or anything. What the hell? Didn't rename. Why didn't you rename? Accurate. There we go. Oh, okay. So here we're checking pickup block, drop block, slot number. I think it's safe to assume that this is like the mouse over slot. The slot contained point par 1, par 2. Weird. So we disable lighting, disable depth test. We pick an X and a Y, we draw a color mask over it. Yeah, presumably this is the mouse over. I don't know why we're passing in mouse X and mouse Y to the draw screen command. It seems kind of weird. Yeah, so that's mouse X and mouse Y. And this is tick progress. I'm familiar with Minecraft code. Yeah, this is the every frame has a number of the game runs in ticks, and the float here is actually the percent completion of the current tick into the next tick, because in between ticks there can be many draws that occur. So this is just kind of accurately mapping that out. New song, new song. All right. Yeah, I'm much more familiar with OpenGL now than I was when I first started modding, so it should be interesting being able to make sense of all this stuff much more readily. We gotta start at the top for this one. This is again one of those scenarios where this doesn't actually change, I think. Why do they do that? It's so dumb. Maybe it's a compiler artifact. I don't know. That it would do that there. Does it load it into the registers and then not use it or something? Like, oh god. Oh, compiler artifacts. You silly geese. What is var 17.8? Let's start higher up. Abstract. Oh, great. Draw background. I'm assuming this is just some other draw. We can leave that. Rescale normal. This dot. This is this dot hovered slot. That's what that is. Short. Set light map texture chords. Okay. Let's do it this way. Ah, lovely. var 11. That appears to be the hovered Y. And that gets used here. Ah, strange. Let's rename it Mystery Y. And that Rect X. Here we are again. This is a color that got compiled to a horrible number. Isn't that just fantastic? Is this like it has focus call? Is hoverable? It's the only place it gets called. It's hoverable. There we go. Beautiful. That is our mystery function. Inventory.get item stack. I think it's the currently held item stack. Not totally sure. So what is this? Can I figure out what any of this stuff does? This renders an item into the GUI. That's going to be Y. I believe that's the bottom right text that appears in each item in Minecraft. It even has a comment, but it doesn't have a name? Come on. Give me a break. Who named this function? It's irresponsible. I've actually got my TV here set up so I can use that as an additional screen. Ah! Yeah, it's awesome stuff, right? Totally necessary. It actually is kind of necessary. I don't have another monitor. Look, it's necessary. Don't judge me. This is a non-judgment stream. No judging is allowed. It's more of a non-judgment archive. I don't know. I'm feeling archive on this one. We do something with the slots. I don't know, let's call this parameter slot. Slot equals this dot, I don't know what any of this stuff is. It's not the Hubbard slot. It's something else. God. Well, I think it's getting better. Part 8 is a string. Equals yellow. Yellow space get max stack size. This is some kind of a subtext. var for so you have a render X and a render Y, presumably, and item stack. Item to render. Render X. Render Y. Some kind of an icon. What do we do if var5 is true? We draw some kind of a background rectangle. Should draw BG rect. Oof. Yes, Judge Judy is not allowed on this show, on the stream. I don't think this constitutes a show yet. I don't know. Something deep down in my bones tells me that this is not a show. What is var 6? What is var 6? Should draw item. It's not true by default. Ah, so should draw item only happens if the slot is equal to whatever the current thingy is, and the other thingy is not null, and this thingy is true. We're still a long ways away from understanding what this code does, but progress. This is like some kind of an X, Y, and Z, right? No. Long slot int. Man, this thing has so much state. It doesn't seem necessary. Last click time in S. Oh god. Slot number. It's got like touchscreen code and stuff. Alright, what do we need to do? Maybe this is taking forever, and I feel like we're barely making progress on actually deciphering what all of this code does. Well, that's not true. This is a little more understandable. I just want to know what the fields are. But I just don't have any context for any of this. I'm sorry! Give me a break! Jesus. I'll quit overreacting and start underreacting. That will be far more interesting. For 9, if slot not equal to 999, and is a particular key down, this is probably Control and Shift. If that is the case, then we assign this other random field. I don't know what any of these fields are, and I don't have a way to figure that out, apparently. What is this? We already did everything else for this. Window click. I guess it's slot click. Let's call it slot click. Zoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Pass slot click to player controller. There we go. How's that? Wow, that was actually in a lot of places. That helps substantially. Okay. Holy crap, that was like everything everywhere. Oh god! Huh? Okay. So, this is a commonly used mystery function. We have a function that twiddles bits, and I don't know what these are for. Oh my god. Oh, what does this value mean? It's the third value getting passed in. Mouse X? No way is that a mouse X. I think I've gotten this horribly wrong. Oh my god. This is deeper than I ever imagined. Flags. Slot index, flags, click type. Par 2, par 3, par 4. Slot index. Flags. Click type. I can almost understand it now. Player. Clicked slot. Yeah, I do not necessarily understand all this code. Oh goodness. Let's go back. Yep, that's probably what she said. Probably. Not certainly, but probably. Ugh. I'm gonna get something to drink. BRB. Oh, this is mind-blowing. The sheer effort. Oh my god. Ah, back. Oh, the lamp's doing great, man. The lamp's never been better. It's never had quite this opportunity to shine. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I think we're going to take a break. In our break, I think we might play the latest version of Dwarf Fortress. I think that's what we're going to do. It came out, it was actually updated yesterday. And seems to be bug-free enough to actually play it. So, we're going to play it. Up, up. Ah! Stimulation overload. Too much noise. We need to cut the volume down on that. There we go. Lovely. Beautiful. Let's expand stuff. And this becomes way bigger. Yeah, we can actually do it pretty close. Oh, no, no! There we go. Great. That's about right. I can actually see myself as I stream now. It's great. I can like set up everything on the fly. No huge issues if I do that. What? What? What am I looking at? Dwarf Fortress has a different font type if you go to the maximum zoom. This is insane. This is literally insane. Let's try playing it with the new font type. That sounds like good fun. Continue playing. But I didn't make a new game. We're playing the correct version, right? Yeah, 4.0.04. Why does it say continue playing? I think it might not have killed my character off. You are deceased. Yes. Quite aware. Quite aware. There. I don't know why it was playing. Oh, Winamp. You silly goose. Escape. Finish game. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I wasn't fixing to like regenerate a whole new world because it takes like an hour to do it now. Like it takes so much longer to actually generate world and stuff at this point. It might even take a while to actually save off the game. Not sure. Okay. So we're going to start playing. And Near. That is the name of our world. And, okay. Here, let's update the stream to say we're playing Dwarf Fortress, because that's what we were playing. Playing latest Dwarf Fortress. Let's just watch as we get like a whole new crowd of people. That would be interesting. Dwarf Fort. How is Dwarf Fortress not on the list? You've got to be kidding me. Dwarf Fortress. How is Dwarf Fortress not on the list of stuff? That is insane. DF 2014. This is silly. How do you hold on? Add a game to Twitch. How to add new game to games list? My own game to be added. Hi, grades, you're notified. Try searching. So I guess they add them all by hand? That's kind of weird. They ought to let you. They ought to just automate it. All right, we'll make the best of it. Didn't recognize that game. Did it change the name of our broadcast? So like, if I just go to twitch.tv to myself, because that's not going to cause horrible feedback on the stream, right? Nope, doesn't work. All right. Click the game window to say you're playing. Right. In that case, maybe we can leave it blank. Update. All right. It's updated. We can play Dwarf Fortress. Fantastic. Let's see if we can. Whatever. Not responding. It's actually doing some processing. Yeah, I think whenever it dies, it like causes the. So now in the latest version of Dwarf Fortress, if you start a new character or die, it causes a couple of days to progress in the game world. It's really interesting. What? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Karth. You are the best. Slaves. Dude. Are you kidding? They don't call it Dwarf Fortress. This shenanigans. What shenanigans? I mean, I like this font. Font's okay. Font's great, y'all. It's real great. I guess they didn't bother having the game actually update the window every tick that it's like crunching numbers. It should be fine. We just have to wait. Dwarf Fortress is not renowned for its user interface, or it is renowned. It's infamous for its user interface. That's the important distinction. Well, maybe we play something else while we pass the time. I don't even know, man. I don't even know in the slightest. What's a less intense game to pass the time? Let's think about this. I guess like Master of Orion. Played that before. We can play it again. Hearthstone. We can play Hearthstone. Just watch me totally suck. I don't want to play Hearthstone. The meta is so stale. I'm not good enough to where the stale meta is actually entertaining because it all just looks the same to me. I lack the talent necessary for advanced Hearthstone. We could code some more. What's on one more? I haven't gone here since high school. Back in the days when flash games were like an acceptable thing to do when you were in school and stuff. It's still acceptable, but not for me. These are like the exact same games that have been around for 10 years. It's crazy. Okay, we have better options. Better things to do with our time. You can always play Mario. You can see why no one streams Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, let's do that. Codec devices. No. Actually. Oh my lord. What am I even looking at? What is my computer even doing? It's like Everything has just come to a screeching halt because of Dwarf Fortress. I can't even open up my sound. Awesome. We're playing Dwarf Fortress. Mario Kart is a good idea. I've got Mario Kart Wii. I could like turn the camera. Oh, success. There we go. Still doesn't appear to be responding necessarily. I need to move this to the other window. Alright, so that's on another monitor. We could play Mario Kart for the original SNES, or we couldn't. I mean, you know. Like, I don't know, the original Mario Kart is far inferior to Mario Kart 64. That is my own personally held belief. We do have the Xbox controller. There's always a slight possibility that the stream crashes when you hook a new device to your machine. That's fun. It's great times. We will, however, do our best to avoid that situation. Which means we're not going to do anything because there's nothing we can do to avoid it. Come on, baby. Get in the hole. There we go. Alright, the stream appears to not be crashed. I hear noises that would indicate my controller is actually attached to my screen. Dwarf Fortress is still loading, of course. And I think we have control. We have attained control. Let's load Super Mario World. Let's do it. All right. We have to set up our controller, I think. Wait. We have to set up our controller. Pressing buttons doesn't do anything. Let's config, input, gamepad. Doesn't even detect it. Okay, I think that means we need to restart the software. Oh, that's right, you can net play the games. Totally forgot about that. Dude, that sounds fantastic. We could net play a game on the stream. That'd be pretty awesome. Get Mario Kart 64 going. It would destroy you all. I'm pretty sure that's how it would happen. Let's see. So hopefully, controller, yeah, the controller works. I gotta reconfigure the up button. Dum ta dum ta dum ta dum. Do 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 do. Up. There we go. There we go. All right, life is wonderful. Dwarf Fortress is still loading. If you're just tuning in, potentially, we are waiting on Dwarf Fortress to quit loading. In the meantime, we'll be playing Mario. Yeah, I guess we're in the sunken ghost ship. Here, let's update the stream. I don't want people getting ticked off. That happens. Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario World. Super Mario World. Waiting on DF to load. Update. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, he said he was working on an optimization patch for Dwarf Fortress, so hopefully that comes out pretty soon. Hopefully it comes fast. We should probably like start a timer. I don't know, man. We're in the part of the game that requires skill to get through. So I may die numerous times here. Oh, come on, we have to go over, surely. Or not. Well? Yeah, or not. Ugh. This ghost ship is quite blocky. It's a Minecraft ghost ship. Let's see. Oh god. Okay. Oh dear. I think it changes. There are eyes in the walls. I see them. In fact, they see me. Oh god. Okay. We're golden. Nope. Nope. Don't think about it. Don't you do that. Don't you. Ugh. We're safe for now. Come on. Come on. Oop. 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 I'm looking at you, boo. I'm looking at you. Alright. This is not the worst ghost house ever. Oh dear. Whoa, I'm not underwater. Okay. Okay. What? I see a mushroom and I want it, but I don't really know how to get it. And now all this, oh goodness. Oh crap. I think I need a cape. I think I need a cape to get through that. I don't know. It's really going to start us off at the very beginning. Hold the phones. Can't go down there. Well, this really sucks. Can I go up? No. Thought I was being really clever. Sadly not the case. Alright, come to Papa. So we gotta get through a sequence of spinny ghosts. And we have to go actually fall for miles upon miles in Mario space. Yeah. Oh dear. Hopefully you can get through this much more quickly than last time. Oh my god. Oop. That was close. We're good. We've got this. Aha! There we go. And now we fall. Did I miss something last time? Or no, you just fall forever? It's so weird. There's a mushroom. Sure would be nice to have. You dead, you dead. You're dead. Okay, I guess we can get another star if we were to land there. Coins. We're gonna... Okay, we're not dead. It's good to have a life, because we're going to be losing all of them. Uh-oh. Dwarf Fortress is loaded, you guys. Ugh! The power coin! Okay. Oh my lord. We've arrived. Alright, we're gonna play Dwarf Fortress. Quit. Oh, I didn't save state. Whatever, I can beat it in my own time. It was easy. That level was super easy. It was so easy. Let's, get back into DF. Like so. Cool. What up, bro? And playing the latest DF is our new status. Or Dwarf Fortress. I spelled out. Now, slaves to Armok 2. I know, right? Pixel Dwarves, that's where it's at. That's where technology is headed. Okie dokie. Where do we want to start? Somewhere nice and temperate would be good. Okay. I choose you. Ooh, you. And oh, hold the phones. We gotta be a demigod because we're not good enough to do anything else. And we're gonna be superior strength, superior agility, a lot of toughness, a lot of endurance. And so presumably, sure, man, I appreciate that. We don't need musicality. We don't need patience. Know that. A very impatient hero. I don't know what stuff is actually necessary in the latest Dwarf Fortress. So I don't know if stuff like creativity even helps at all. You want... Oh, jeez. Probably want to go one out of endurance. I don't know. Because we definitely want to go one spatial sense, one in kinesthetic sense. Helps substantially. 4 points remaining. I think we want to go one out of... probably one out of linguistic ability. No, you gotta make friends in Dwarf Fortress, man. You gotta have companions. It's so important. If you get like 1 point less in any of those, you get one less companion for the entire game. It nerfs you hard. We don't need an analytical ability. We can be ultra dumb. It's fine. Surviving in the wild is not a function of intelligence. Okay. How do I swap to the other menu again? Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's how you would play if you pumped all your points into patience. Unfortunately, you can't train it. Ironically, actually, it's very ironic. You'd think if you sat there long enough, eventually you'd get something for it, but alas, it's not the case. So I'm just going to go in some really standard Dwarf Fortress stats, in addition to some new ones, because new stats are fun. Stuff that didn't exist in the last Dwarf Fortress, like tracking and climbing. That is always good. Darn straight you're bad. Jeez. Oh, goodness me. How horrible. We want dodging. Maybe a little armor and shield. We definitely want dodging with little armor and shield. We only want enough swordsman and fighter to not get horribly murdered from the outset, because otherwise we're going to wrestle our way to success. I'm going to go into reading, because not being illiterate is always powerful. You can quote me on that. And I guess we go one to fighter too, because that helps us to not die horribly. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. We're done. Okie dokie. Let's first pick a name. Moody Lullgrasp. Jewel Book Raked. Ethro Chamber Rallies. Mad Pulley Sinks. Use Clinch Voice. His name is Use. We can work with that. Something just seems awfully wrong with that name. Use Clinch Voice. I almost want to go with it. We're going with it. That's our name. We are Use Clinch Voice, the human demigod. Now let's. We got to pick a background. We can either be locally important or a peasant. So you're always a newly minted hearth person. You are an ardent. I just want to pick out a god, right? You are an ardent worshipper of Tisa, the diamonds of amethyst, the god of minerals and jewels. Huh. Go figure. You are a peasant in Balded Beach. You are a newly minted hearth person in Scoop Ape. Ooh, that's a good name. Human Hamlet. Destiny is calling. You are an ardent worshipper of Stead. I'll go with it. Go! We are Use Clinch Voice, the Hearthstone person of Ted. What's his name? Ted? Yeah, it's time for adventure and action and excitement and stuff and whatever. That's what we came for. Who do I worship? Oh my goodness. This interface is much, much worse than this version. Here. My hand has been forced. Yeah, I think this will be good. You can read that. Alright, I want to figure out who I worship. Description. Nope. Oh. Whatever. We worship some god. Oh, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. Shout to deity. Stead. His name is Stead. It's not Ted, it's Stead. It's very close. Defiance. I'm not even remembering what Defiance is. Does it have like the word online after it? Is it Defiance Online? Give us a quest, lady. Hello. Hello, this servant of courage greets you. Long live the cause. Always living for the cause. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. It is good to see you. Praise art. Long live the cause. Don't travel alone at night or the boogeyman will get you. Okay. This dialogue is awfully strange. Ongoing conversation. And then, okay, the menu has gotten way, way more specific. Since the last version of Dwarf Fortress. Before you had like 7 options, and right now it gives you like 20 that are all just like ultra specific, like brag about your past violent acts and see what happens. Ask listener to join you. Ask favor, place request, make demand, or issue order. Man. All kinds of stuff. But we are simply going to inquire about any troubles. How have things been? Well, let's see. I'm not going to talk like that. We've got beasts, criminals, bandits, and bone-chilling horror. Awesome. Alright, so they live in constant horror. We actually start out with some quests, all this stuff. So really, the first thing we want to do, before even humoring these people with the notion of doing quests for them, we really want to go find a crab and strangle it to death. Don't ask questions, just go with it. We're going to strangle a crab. We're going to fondle the crab sweetly before it dies. Because that is how you play Dwarf Fortress. You fondle wild animals, it's true. Where are we on the grand scale of things? Last game, I died to bogeymen because I stayed way out in the middle of the night, like a fool on a fool's errand, and I really want to see a larger map. Okay. There it is. So above us is potentially ocean. I don't know what the dark is. It could just be obscured land. But we don't seem to be very close to an ocean. We can totally make our way there, though. Here, we just want to go up, I think. You cannot travel through the dark pits. What? They don't seem that dark. Well, let's explore and hopefully not die. The tenacious dunes. I said D. D, I said. I'm pretty sure that's an option somewhere, Gambit. I mean, in life, that is always a true option. So it would only be reasonable of Tarn Adams to have added that to Dwarf Fortress. This place looks awfully pit-like. Furrowed black sand. Ah, my human name is Depugparad. Depugparad. Use Depugparad. Use Depugparad. Do it. Don't question it. Always use the dig Depugparad. Always. I can't seem to... Oh, there we go. This place is crazy looking. I think this is a new kind of procedurally generated structure in Dwarf Fortress. I should probably be expecting to get horribly murdered. The stealth screen is also substantially different. Before, you didn't really have any options, and now you can like choose precisely just how creepy you want to be while sneaking. Visual stealth factors, like this is also incredibly specific. No vegetation, average non-prone profile, by obstacle. That's pretty cool. I want to see just how accurate it is, but yeah. We're going to creep. And we're going at a third of movement speed. Mostly I just want to creep in case that there's like a horrible monster somewhere in these pits. I have a hard time envisioning this place being totally empty, but that does appear to be the case for some reason. It could be that something lives here and is just left for the time being, which would be pretty crazy. But totally a possibility. I don't need to sneak anymore. We will jog. Walk. Can I actually sprint all the time? I'm a little confused. My goodness, I'm like running at 3 times velocity. I assume you get really hungry if you do this or something. It's kind of nuts. If we run substantially less slow. Yeah, because now you have like actual velocity and stuff. And so you can like turn all the way around. I guess you could just like go running as like a... Oh goodness, there we go. You could always just go running as a way to increase your stats, I guess. It's kind of strange, kind of interesting, if anything. Oh, more pits. Goody goody. Let's sneak again. Let's creep. We're hardcore creeping. On the off chance there is a troll or a gnome or a crambling Sinchar, a shambling Crinchar, any number of enemies that could be upon us. This place is really complicated and there's nothing in it. I don't understand. This must be, I guess there's goblins here perhaps? It could be abandoned. It could be an abandoned fortress. It seems like a likely possibility. But you'd think like if a fortress were abandoned that something else would like come occupy it and live there. Like that would be pretty epic. I'm not sure how hard it would be to actually code that. Cannot travel. We are still in the dark pits. We need our own music for this setting. place is really overrated. I could have sworn that we should have died by now. This massive lair of terror and death. I don't know. Is that blood or is that sand? Oh, it's sand. It's clay. I thought it was blood. Man. Water? This is a giant fortress. Holy cow. There's absolutely nothing here. Is that a door? Yes, it is. Lord of the Rings music is precisely what we need. Other Dwarf Fortress videos have featured me singing Lord of the Rings music. I shan't entertain you again. Not yet. Not yet. You have to find a large open field reminiscent of one in New Zealand. That is when you start singing Lord of the Rings music. Also, when you actually remember how the melody goes, and I can't, so another time, another time. Are we? Oh, this place goes on forever. You really gotta get out of here. In fact, it might like become nighttime by the time I leave. The sky is clear above you. The sun is in the western sky. There is a cool breeze blowing from the west. Grass. Oh my lord. We've done it. We have escaped. What is this? Ginkgo tree roots. I see. We may or may not be able to travel now. We certainly can't travel back the way we came. Yay! You cannot travel through the dark pits. They're not that dark, and they're not that pitful. They're not that pitty. I kind of want to explore what this is all about. Night creature! Hey, what? I don't see him. Oh, there it is. It's the Inye. I see him. He blends in with the green. A midnight troll wrestler. Oh my god. It's a troll in a wrestling suit. A wild troll in a wrestling suit has appeared. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. A large hairy humanoid. It has thin wings of stretched skin and it howls into high winds. Its charcoal hair is long and shaggy. Now you will know why you fear the night. He is incredibly skinny. He seems like a nice fellow. It said something else. Track spoor. Broken vegetation. Huh. Okay, so he leaves behind like track points that we can actually find. I have a scimitar and a dress. I'm not adequately dressed for the occasion, I don't think. I don't know if he sees me. It's fine. I'm pretty sure he sees me. I'm just ungodly fast. Oh, there's multiples. Oh, goodness me. Midnight Troll Wrestler. I like how they're wrestlers. It's so great. Is it male and female? Did God make one of each? No, it's male and male. God still could have made one of each, though. Hello. I hate you. Can I want to just continue. Bypass greeting. Ask listener why they are traveling. Why are you traveling? I am on an important mission. Okay. How's life here? It has been the same as ever. Let's continue. Onward together. Sorry, I am otherwise occupied. Alright. Do you see any chairs? Here's what we can do. I mean, they seem friendly. He's not attacking. We have a nice boulder. Here, let's get the boulder. Uh, it says sandstone rock as opposed to boulder. Look. Let's do it this way. Throw intestines? I know, I need those to live. We don't have many throwables. I don't know why they aren't, like, trying to kill me or something. But we need a cage to cage fight. Alright, we're gonna throw rocks. Or dirt. Or clay. A parsnip leaf. Haha! We will throw the parsnip leaf at him. Let's get in range. F. Take that! Haha, it missed. Whoa! There's the fighting. What is it this time? A person threw a parsnip leaf at you. I am the vanquisher of Mido Canyon Twinkle, lady of the Garish League, whose cries for mercies went unheeded by my wrath. Well, that's not a very nice thing to say. It is I that felled Bimbul Quillwork, the dwarf. I could wrestle him. I mean, that would be fair. But he's probably a more adequate wrestler than I. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Let's just, let's grab his neck with our right upper arm. His wing, perhaps. We can get his upper body. Haha. Wrestle. With the right upper arm. Grab upper body. Ha! He has a copper knife. Oh, that's good. Upper body. We will... Interesting. Improved accuracy. Wow, this is crazy. Choose another simultaneous action afterwards. We're just gonna give him the old slash. I miss. Okay. Strike. I don't have any solid hits. This kind of sucks. Oh god. Parry, block, dodge. Oh, we can actually choose to dodge. Southwest. Great. There we go. D. Hit him square in the head. And we'll stab him. Haha! He's deftly parrying me. Well, that sucks. Target fire the lower body. Haha. Well, he's way better at combat than me. Oh my. Alright, we've been kicked in the upper leg. We were bruised, but we are otherwise totally fine. We can do it. We can deal with it. We have absolutely no skill in combat, but we can do this. One question is, are we training ourselves in combat very well? We probably are. Novice swordsman. Novice fighter. No, we're not. I think we just walk into him. Haha! We fractured the bone. Oh goodness, we need to get off the ground. What the? Oh my goodness. We're still good. Why do we keep falling over? Is our leg being bruised, like preventing us from actually walking normally? G. Opportunity strike, an easy stab. Aha! If we could like get any of my skills up, that would be great, but I don't think we can. Oh my lord! Oh, I'm dead. Great. Awesome. Well, that was fun. Well, clearly we aren't powerful enough to deal with a pair of trolls. Very much just trolled on this occasion. That was fun. It's quite sad, really. I think the game has changed pretty substantially since I last played it. Yeah, I feel like I might need to read like an article on strategy or something. Just kind of figure out how to acclimate again. Nah, man, he used wrestling to slay us. Wrestling is real. He like threw us over his back and just trolled the heck out of us. It was pretty tragic, really. I think it's about time to go back to hack mine. That's what we all came here for. Originally, in the first place, for the hack mine update. So let us do that. Updating hack mine and stuff. And now we're playing Minecraft. Ta-da! Alrighty. So, pulling back up Eclipse. Here we go. Let us continue reinterpreting all this stuff. The thing is, I had to gut this previously in order to make a whole bunch of slots that could render in an arbitrary way. It could be that I don't necessarily have to do that anymore. Yeah, troll wrestling is usually what people stay for. Well, what does this do? It renders the slot. That appears to be what it does. So let's call it that. Render slot. Hooray! This gets the currently held item stack and splits it among every existing slot. We've already kind of seen that. Split held item stack amongst slots. There we go. Cool. Get item stack from inventory. I really don't like that name. I think it's just the currently held item stack. Alright, this is starting to make sense. Starting. I still don't know what any of these fields are. So this dot do a thing, and I think this is just a virtual function. We don't know what it does. var 12 subtext. What is var 17? It's like a render offset. Mystery Y. Render X. Render Y. And yet, what the heck? Mystery Y. Is it like reusing the same variable? Int sum x. So we'll call that. That was weird. I guess it's reusing variables in places. That makes it way harder to understand any of this at all. Great. That is wonderful, actually. var 18. Let's get system time minus whatever that is. Time elapsed. ms. Or actually, it's like deciseconds. Yeah, whatever. Weird. It divides it by 100. That's milliseconds. That's probably milliseconds. You would divide it by 1,000 to put it in seconds, so it would be deciseconds. Weird. Hovered stack. And I don't know what this does. Virtual function again? No, actually. Fascinating. It's a list of strings to be rendered, I believe. That is a string list. Rarity color plus the string. Else it's gray plus the string. If it's the first element, we fix it at rarity color. If it's any other element, then we just format it for tooltipping. Item stack x y. Presumably. Oh my, this gets ultra complicated. And I assume that this just, yeah, draws every string. It's pretty straightforward. It's like I can't tell if I'm wasting my time with any of this, because I just don't know what any of this stuff does. Ugh. Bar 5. This can be replaced with for string and string list. String. That's going to be string width. And this is interesting. That doesn't fail for some reason. I'm sure something else broke. So this is the largest string width. And presumably that is render x and render y. Draw gradient rect. So these are all the rects, presumably on the outside of the tooltip that kind of border it. Not sure if I care to neaten that up, really. Doesn't matter. For string index. And that is simply the string. It's 0, then we move on. So that's render y. Oh crap. Current y. That will be current x. Yeah. Alright, so that's all the render code. It's good to know where this is, actually. This is a render tooltip. This is also render tooltip. That's like a weird convenience function. String, then render x, and render y. Let's go ahead and make this generic. And it compiles, whatever. Not going to complain. Not really sure how that works. So this code is making more and more sense. Button. So for every button in a button list, check if it got clicked, mouse moved, or up. Strange. Set world and resolution. Okay. Handle input. Actually, oh, this is my code. Cool. We're in GUI screen. Oh, we're in the screen now. Well, it's good to figure this stuff out. I was just kind of refactoring just as I went into everything. Yeah, I don't have any qualms with GUI screen. GUI container is where we need to be at. Whoopsie. And we figured out that this was the tooltip. And that is why we are here. So this is like a kind of jitter almost, isn't it? Or is that like predicted X? It's like predicting where it's going to go based on where your finger's dragging on a touch screen or something. It's extra intuitive. So presumably at some point, you know, here where we're using the set of slots, and also where we are using, there's a list of slots too. We have to configure this to invalidate some of this logic. And so it needs to be so that when a subset of the slots is actually available and the other subsets aren't, that those other slots don't receive input and won't show or focus or anything. And I think we might be getting close to a point where we can start adding that, since I feel a lot more comfortable and I kind of know what this code is doing now. Still not perfect, but it seems much better. Like, I don't just look at it and like vomit with rage because I don't know what it actually does. Mouse clicked. I think before I do that, I need to figure out what everything in here does. Because this is like actual click behavior, and this is very important for what we're doing. It's just all really freaking magical. Like, it's not equal to -999 rather than like having a static variable. I don't know if it's because it was compiled out. If it was because it was compiled out, or if it was just written this way. It's hard to say. Oh, another instance of this crap. Final int for 8. Okay, that totally compiles just fine. So we use it here. Isn't that wonderful? Eliminating variables is good. It's quite good. That's definitely mouse X, and this is definitely mouse Y. This is probably mouse. It's key code actually. Key code plus 100. Click type, I guess. That's a pretty good name. It could also be a button. That's probably what it is. Button clicked. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking at. So this is a slot of some variety. Of course. Where do we get that from? Clicked slot. There we go. It's a touch screen. Do we assign that anywhere else? Just here. So this is just like tracking for touching the screen. So if you like press a button and press another button or whatever and drag it around, it kind of has to remember all that state. So that is all that this is doing, I think. Probably this is okay. The item stack that's being fingered. V is silver click slot. Touchscreen. Almost like I feel like I need to play Minecraft with a touchscreen to figure out what this code is doing, because it's not intuitive trying to interpret interface code unless you know the interface. Because it's so precise. It's like when the user drags their finger from here to here over this border right here, it does a particular thing, and you have to know that in the context of like all this other stuff that it's doing. So you're kind of looking at something macroscopic, something very large with a microscope. And that's a lot of the problem with this, with looking at any GUI code, I think. Pass slot click to player controller. I think we got to rename this because that's totally not what these things are anymore. Hold on, window click. It takes par1, slot index flags click type. And that is flags. Let's call that a slot index because that is what it is. And go back to where we just were. Flags and click type. That's not correct. Slot index flags and click type. I think I might have flipped it around. Window ID is what that is. Slot index flags, so it's flipped here. Slot index flags click type. Click type. No, it's not. You are making me so mad. Why? Slot index flags click type player. So here, slot index flags click type player. Slot index flags click type player. Slot index, not flags, and mysterious variable. I guess that's the click type. It's a byte. Button clicked. Something is horribly wrong. That's got to be button click, not like any notion of flags, which is what it's being passed in as. But that assumes that all of these names are correct. Flags and click type. That's definitely not flags, but button. And that is what we're going to call it there. Oops. Click button. Click type, slot index. Don't like all this parameter chaining. I think that's a really bad pattern. You really ought to create a variable and pass it so you don't have to add a parameter every time you want to extend things through the chain. Generally not ideal. Click type is what this kind of is. Let's just call it that. Okay. Else if this dot not something. Button clicked. Else. I'm so confused. So we use that here. I really got to work my way from the outside in this one. What's far for? Is button clicked equal to pick block? Did click with pick block button. Okay. Slot number exists. If we actually clicked on a slot, then or we touchscreen, do that. Else, are we not doing a thing? So this must be some kind of a lock or input handling mechanism. Oh man, so strange. Here it's equal to true. That's only true if it wasn't true previously, and we actually had an item stack. That probably means that we're currently holding a stack. Get item stack equals null. Else if there is an item stack. This dot slots dot clear. Those aren't just slots, those are particular slots. Is this like multi-select? Can you select multiple slots in Minecraft? So if I like hold the phones, let's open up Minecraft. Why not? Minecraft. And we shall play Minecraft. I think we're using an old launcher here. The Oracle Corporation. Existing user, fill another profile. Interesting. Play. Interesting. Secret password information that doesn't show on the stream. Play. Haha. Minecraft 1.7.2. Let's just make it nice and big. Hello, Minecraft. How have you been? It's been a while. You can never play enough Minecraft. Well, that's not true. You can definitely play too much Minecraft. It's called unemployment. It's a great place to be. Surviving around Greg. So can I like select multiple points? Get out of here. Get! Achievement? Oh my lord. We gotta cut the frickin' rain off. Sounds, we wanna cut that way down. There we go. Yeah. So, I guess what we want to do is create a crafting bench. Nice and quick like. And perhaps make a chest that would of course involve getting tree material, otherwise known as wood. Lots of wood. Oh, we already have an enclave. Oh my, okay. So we just totally wasted wood making that crafting bench, but it's totally okay. Wonk 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 wonk. Plop. If we had a stone axe, that would help pretty substantially. But I think and just a couple more blocks will be fine. So let's collect our portable crafting bench. You know, there is something about the quality of the game where it's like, it just seems better with mods, you know, like the texturing and stuff. It's bizarre. I really don't know why they don't support it like more directly as a mod framework. And they have a chest. Can I like... Oh wow, you can just hold down the right button? I think that's what it was getting at. That is cool. So that's kind of the functionality I was trying to figure out. And so now I just kind of have like a dead block. Can I pick up that way? That would be nice, but no. Cool. Okay. See, that was helpful. Now I know what more interface components do. So if I shift click, it just puts it down there. If I control click, it doesn't do anything. Let's see. Shift right click. shift. So if I right click, it picks up half. Shift clicking moves it across, and right clicking and doing that like sweeps it in a really nice way. And it remains highlighted too. So that's the set of currently placed blocks. So we can like place patterns. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, it does seem kind of like a weird feature, but I get kind of what they were going for. Like if crafting were more shape-based, I would get it. But it's definitely neat. I like it, just in its own right. I don't know if it serves that great of a purpose, because how often do you like want to smear blocks like that, you know? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe if you have mods that depend on the shape of things that are placed in them. Yeah. But this kind of stuff excites me, because I'm like, even now, like looking back, um, when I originally was developing it, like I feel like I'm much more aware. Like I'm much more able to get around code. I'm just a lot more experienced than I was when I first made HackMine, and so I could do way more with this than I previously did. And things that seemed like it was like really hard to actually get into or change, like making a simple texture and having stuff highlight, like that seemed so hard to me when I first started. But now that I've just done similar coding and have been experienced with it, like I feel like I can just change this dramatically and it wouldn't be a huge deal. Uh, so yeah, we kind of know what all that stuff in the inventory is now, and so that is very good that I decided to do that. Yay! So going back to GUI container, I know exactly what this is. This is the slots pending drag laid by drag. There we go. Continue. Now let's look at it. If it's greater than 1, I wonder what this overflow stat count stuff is about. I guess that's the remaining stacks that we have. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So that is dragging. I'm pretty sure this is what this is. So if this is drag placing and a mouse state changes, we quit drag placing and we clear. And whatever that is equals true. Okay, so that's what all this crazy new logic is. It's the drag clicking stuff. This code is way more complicated because of that. Doesn't seem necessary. Lols. I'm gonna get another drink of water and I will BRB. Trying to mute my microphone. Oh, I'm looking at my mouse. Oh my, I thought the mouse on my other monitor where it's actually showing the stream, I thought that was my actual mouse on the stream being duplicated on the monitor. LOL. BRB. Okay, I'm back. We're live. So I'm starting to feel pretty dang tired. So I think we'll go on until 10:30 at the earliest. Um, yeah. And I don't want to quit just yet because I've got a lot of a lot of mental context as to what's going on right now with the code. So maybe just do a few things before I just pass out. But it's like when you're streaming, you don't realize how tired you are. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's a hard life. It's a hard life to live. I'm sure you will be back. I might just go balls to the wall and do another stream tomorrow. I don't know. Gotta think about it. I don't think I have anything to do, but we shall see. Mainly, a lot of my concern for time is I want to get stuff done with Nebulous Racks. And, like, I feel like if I'm not getting things done with that, I'm not putting videos up of that, then I am lagging behind. And I definitely want to keep interest in that going strong. And so having working shadows would be really nice. I felt really bad. I'm going to take the headset off. But I felt really bad, essentially, working really hard on getting Marching Cubes algorithm working with the geometry shader. The issue is that the thing with the Marching Cubes algorithm is it works well in its own right, but currently where every chunk is, in between those chunks, there's just a invisible seam. And by that I mean like there's missing stripes of terrain in like a giant grid pattern. And it's really noticeable and bad. And it would take substantial work to get rid of that. And so that's kind of why I've hesitated with that. It's a huge problem if I want to actually get a Marching Cubes approach working well. But the block approach, I mean, it's stylish. I think it's easy to make it look good without it necessarily being high graphic fidelity, whereas something like straight up Marching Cubes or anything else, like it takes a lot of effort to actually get that looking well, and it takes good texturing work to do that. So, oh my gosh, my back. Oh, the pain. The back pain. Alright, okay. We were just looking at slots laid during drag. So this is drag placing, and we have no slots being placed. The past slot click to player controller. What does this actually do? Does a window click and sends that to the other clients? Oh, because you can have multiple people editing chests now. That is quite complex and complicated, I do admit. Shoot. I don't want to deal with that. I don't really know what all these window clicks necessarily mean. It's like you can't have multiple highlighted slots like on other people's clients, right? It's kind of weird. Man, I got such a nasty crick. So most of what this thing is doing is passing stuff to the player controller. Player controller, well, for some reason it's doing network stuff. But previously I didn't think it was doing that. It was more just local to your client. Add to send queue. Slot click on the open container. So it kind of passes back and forth. Oh, we got to refactor all this too. I was only messing with GUI container here, this is actual like container. And we got to get all this stuff working too. This is where a lot of my changes were for the interface, particularly in this function right here. Oh my god, this one function. How many lines of code is that? It's 500 at the end. Oh, Jesus Christ. 142, so it's a 360 line of code function. I think 20 lines of code is where you're supposed to break it up. It's a little too long there. But we're going to have to look at that tomorrow, I think. I'm totally out of it right now. Yeah, I think we're going to be done with the stream here. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing Dwarf Fortress. I enjoyed updating Hack/Mine. I enjoyed showing what I have so far for Nebulous Racks. I'm tempted to stream again tomorrow. We shall see. Mostly, it's not just that I'm tired, but I want to quit earlier because I find myself having difficulty falling asleep if I'm programming late at night. And so to really wind down, I need to quit right about now. So, yeah, but it's been fun. I'll see you guys again soon. I will try to have more advanced notification on the forums of when I'm actually going live and doing stuff. So, it was fun. See you all. Bye! Bye!